Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to give you my deck so you guys can give me some feedback as to what you guys think about what I got. I'll do synchros last. I'll do monsters first. Two effect veilers. Two super nimble mega hamsters. Three to black goat. Three of the white goat. Three of the horse. Two Valkyrie Nordic Ascents. One Vanadis proxy till I get an actual Vanadis. One Gorse. And my own thing that I came up with today after a lot of research. Two Gladiator Beast Andals, which are level 4 beast type, and they are 1900 and 1500 respectively, with no effect. Straight up beat stick for pressure, because this deck doesn't have a lot of high attacking monsters, and that was the best one that I can find as a level 4. They're pretty cheap too, they're like a quarter each. These are proxies for now, I'll just buy two of them, but again they're a quarter, so it cost me more to print out a proxy than it did to buy the actual card. Spells. Monster Reborn. Two Pot of Avarice. Two MSTs. One Forbidden Chalice. I actually like Forbidden Chalice more than Lance. But I haven't really seen Lance as much, but I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I just like this better. It kind of is like a Veiler. It's kind of cool. You can use it on either turn, so it helps. It definitely helps when it's your turn. Swords of Revealing Light. This card doesn't get as much play, and people say it's slow, but it really helps with this deck because it usually takes 2 to 3 turns to pull off something big, and Swords of Revealing Light can last you 2 to 3 turns. So it just seemed like a no-brainer, and I pull it very often, and it works out really well in this deck, and people don't seem to like it, and they don't seem to like wasting an MST on something so trivial as a Swords of Revealing Light, so they usually let it slide. Dark Hole, and that's it for the spells. Now we're off to the traps. 3 Gleipnirs, 2 Compulse, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Solemn Warning, 2 7 Tools. For the extra deck, 1 Odin, 1 Thor. It's probably good to run 2 Odin though. I don't have another one yet, and I forgot to print one out. But 2 Odin is probably good. You don't necessarily need it, but if you have the extra money, cool. If not, then 1 is more than enough because you're going to recycle them anyways. 1 Thor. You'll also need 1 Stardust Dragon. You'll also need 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. The bread and butter of this deck, in my opinion, is these, followed by the next 2 cards. 2 Black Rose proxies here until I can get some. 2 Black Rose, and then actual cards for Mistworm and Trishula. So that gives us a side deck of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9. that gives us 6 additional slots that could be used for things like, say, I haven't really seen a Cataster yet, and the unicorns I hear are pretty good, but I don't know, I'll look more into them tomorrow. But I'm kind of saving room for Exceed monsters and additional summons in here, depending on if I get more. So it just leaves a little bit of flexibility in there. I've got about 5 minutes left on this, so I guess I'll do a bit of strategy and explain some stuff. I think this is just a really good card, and this deck is very conditional deck. It takes a lot of strategy to play this deck, and I'm realizing that the more cards you have that control the field and slow down their monsters are very, very good for you. So I run one Solomon, one Judgment, and one Warning because one is good for early in the game and one's good for late in the game. It sucks if you have 2,000 life points and all you have is a Warning. So if you've got 2,000 life points and a Judgment, then that's great because then you can do that. You don't want to run your Judgment really early, and it ends up being, in my opinion, a dead draw if you pull the Judgment early in the game. So 2 Compulse, really great. A lot of stuff is level 4, and a lot of that level 4 stuff is less than or a lot of just monsters in general are less than 1,500 anyways. So this helps you get around those pesky things and sending stuff back to the owner's hand. So we've got the Warning and Judgment for shutdown on monsters. We've also, or whatever you want it to be. But then, so let's just assume shutdown on monsters for 2. 2 Compulse, shutdown on monsters for 4. Torrential, shutdown on monsters for 5. Bottomless, shutdown monsters for 6. And Mirror Force, shutdown monsters for 7 in very different situations depending on what you got. And 7 tools to protect your monsters or do a variety of different things so that you can retain some control. These are great for chaining into any Nordic monster. So ideally you want to run into Vanitas. It's great to use one of these on. Or the White Goats is what I would suggest for these. But they're very situational. It really depends on what you need. Only pull this if you're going to make a big play, or only play this if you're trying to make a big push, or let them chain into it by destroying it, so to waste their card. These are pretty standard. We talked about revealing already. This is pretty much like a Veiler on your turn or their turn. Staples. This deck burns through a lot of stuff, so these definitely are used a ton. I use these all the time. Again, something that's pretty common. It's really great for black rosing when you have a synchro out and then bringing black rose out, black rose everything, and then reborn your synchro if you're out of feed for it. I don't use this that much, but I might take it out. But for now, I'm leaving it in because you have an opportunity at getting a really strong card out on the field if you're running kind of slow. I added these because I couldn't find anything, and everyone keeps complaining about this deck not having any damage. And 1900 for no tribute is really good in my opinion, and there's no drawback to this card. Doesn't have any effect. Just beat stick at 1900, and they're like a quarter. So I think this is, for now, probably going to be good. I want to hear you guys' opinion on this. What do you guys think about that? And then the rest of the stuff is pretty standard. Vanitas and some of these guys into Trish, into Mishworm. Most of the time, often than not, it's really situational. I'll go into my kind of feedback on those things in the comment section since I'm running out of time on 10 minutes. But that's my deck, guys. Give me some feedback. Thanks.